It's time now for the Peter Channel 5 o'clock news on a Sunday evening, April 3rd, 2016. Good evening, everybody. I am Peter Wiggins on your 5 o'clock news on a Sunday evening. Top straight at 5 o'clock is Washington, where Donald Trump's prediction in the U.S. economy was on the verge of a very massive recession, hit a wall of skepticism on Sunday from economists who questioned Republican presidential frontrunners' calculations. Chester, Pennsylvania, an Amtrak passenger train crashed through a backboard in a truck near Philadelphia, killing 2 construction workers at a railroad service, a source close to the investigation said. Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders continue back and forth over the debate date. Strong winds and wind weather conditions hit the northeast Midwest and the Mid-Atlantic on the first weekend of April. Abby Wambach, the former leader and saw the U.S. women's national soccer team, has apologized for her arrest for driving under the influence of intoxicants Sunday morning in Portland, Oregon. London. Bernard Gustin was in an office early on March 22nd for a regularly scheduled Brussels Airlines management meeting when 2 bombs exploded at the Brussels airport devastated his airline's hub. Varam Berguzan, an Armenian serviceman on the self-defense army on Nagamo, Kabaduka, launched artillery toward Israeli forces in the town of Makturit in Nagamo-Karabakh on Saturday. Azerbaijan announced a ceasefire against separatist region. The Syrian army claimed victory over the Islamic State in the town of Kretran on Sunday, 1 week after driving the militant group of historic Palmyra. Warsaw, thousands attended a pro-choice rally outside the parliament in Warsaw on Sunday after the powerful leader of Poland's ruling party backed a call by Polish Catholic bishops for a full ban on pregnancy terminations. Tyrus, Greece. Tensions are high in Greece as military personnel there are prepared to round up and report roughly 750 Syrian refugees. Washington, the Pentagon announced Sunday an Islamic State rocket expert was killed by a U.S. drone attack. Austin, Texas, an officer recovers after a shooting. 2 people were killed after a tree fell on the top of a car while driving Sunday morning in Abington, Massachusetts, according to Abington Fire Chief John M. Nettle. Fire personnel found a 49-year-old man and a 51-year-old woman both heavily entrapped inside. An intruder was arrested after reportedly throwing a backpack through the White House fence and then trying to jump over the fence. And down in Minnesota, a Metro Transit bus driver was recovered at home after several teenagers assaulted him at a stop in a suburb of Minneapolis last week. Washington. Days after he was charged with misdemeanor battery after grabbing a reporter during a press event, Donald Trump's campaign manager may see his role reduced. The Social Security program provides a critical safety net for 59 million Americans, but that doesn't mean that everyone knows all that there is no one about it. Offshore corporations have one main purpose to create a nominee. Recently leaked documents have revealed that some of the shell companies cloaked in secrecy provided company for dictators, politicians, and tax evaders. Coal miners slash jobs leaving rural northeast Wyoming reeling. In Seattle, Alaska Airlines is apparently getting close to completing the purchase of Virgin America, the airline backed by entrepreneur Richard Branson. Lowell, Massachusetts, an international women's rights advocate will speak at the University of Massachusetts Lowell's annual Day Without Bounds. Sanam Narangi Adulini's speech on Tuesday will focus on promoting inclusion to counter contentious extremism around the world. Narangi Adulini is a co-author of United Nations Security Council Resolution 1325 and mandate that requires war factors to prevent gender-based violence against women and girls, uphold their rights and include them in peace-building efforts. She is a director of International Civil Society Action Network, a nonprofit organization she founded in 2006. North Dartmouth, Massachusetts, the Massachusetts Bar Association has organized a panel discussion on legal issues surrounding the use of drones. A thousand years after the Vikings braved the icy seas from Greenland to the New World in search of typical plunder, satellite technology to find intriguing evidence on the surprising in archaeology, a second Norse settlement in North America. Grave markers in a cemetery, with smoke billowing beyond the coal-fired power plant in Shanghai, China. Some scientists believe that China's mission may be failing modestly and its economy grows more slowly. The space startup headed by Amazon's Incorporated chairman Jeff Bezos has taken another big step toward demonstrating reliability with reusable rockets, successfully landed enough to wait in until almost last second to restart the main engine. Statins like Lipitor and its generic may have proven cardiovascular care for nearly 2 decades as ineffective in an expensive way to reduce LDL cholesterol, the so-called bad cholesterol for its bloodstream. Edwards Life Science Corporation newest aortic valve, Sapien 3, which is implanted by the catheter and allows patients to avoid open heart surgery as well. Lower risk of death for stroke, then surgery, and immediate risk of marriage because currently can't get it. The U.S. Board of the Drug Administration has announced that a recall of frozen broccoli soda and the label of will do a fearless history of found drug and random tests of vegetables in Ohio. Atlanta, the U.S. government urged health officials around the country Friday to get ready now in case there is outbreaks of mosquito-borne Zika virus this summer. Take a look at New England alerts at 5:05 p.m. in Riverview, Massachusetts. Route 107 pulled down. Southbound blocked off. Northbound may be blocked shortly. Driver suit and cheek up to the routes. Peter Children's time, 5:05 on this Sunday evening, and it is time now for a sports report. The Boston Bruins lose to the Chicago Blackhawks 6-4. NBA scores: Cleveland Cavaliers are leading the Charlotte Hornets 69-58 with 5:20 left in the third quarter. 9:16 left in the third quarter. Oklahoma City Thunder leading the Houston Rockets 63-57. Los Angeles Clippers are leading the Washington Nationals 61-59 with 8:04 left in the third quarter. Minnesota Timberwolves are leading the Dallas Mavericks 52-51 with 7:29 left in the third quarter. Nons Pelicans defeat the Brooklyn Nets 106-87. Major League Baseball scores: top of the second, Toronto Blue Jays are leading the Tampa Bay Rays 2-0, and the Pittsburgh Pirates or the St. Louis Cardinals 4-1. Victor Azarenka won her third Miami Open title Saturday with an impressive win over 7 kills over in straight sets, and she became the third woman to win back-to-back tournaments at Indian Wells and Key Biscayne. Cleveland Cavaliers starting guard point Kyrie Irving missed Sunday's game against the shot with a sprained right ankle. Los Angeles Dodgers opened the season with 10 players on the stable. It's likely a record after catcher Yasmani Grandal and infielder Howie Kendrick get hurt. So now the question seemingly has become a financial one. Is at least part. For Colin Kaepernick, is he willing to accept less money to play for the Denver Broncos than he currently is guaranteed from the San Francisco 49ers? Peter Childers on 5:07 p.m. on this Sunday afternoon and going into Sunday evening, and it is time now for a Trevor Report. Let's start you off down in Rhode Island, where it is looking good in highways and byways the Ocean State. Down in 24 in the southbound side before 195 in Fall River, we get an accident on 24 southbound before 195 in Fall River, so expect some delays. 95 on the southbound side, an accident around Ponce Street in Norwood, so expect some delays. 120 in the southbound side, have an accident around Route 138 in Canton, so expect a few delays. Massbound on the westbound side, it's a little slow in the Alton tolls. Route 2 in the eastbound side, a little slow around the Fresh Pond Parkway in Cambridge. Massbound interchange with 293.95 in Auburn, it's a little slow. I-91 on the southbound side, a little slow for the Springfield stretch. But otherwise, highways and byways in Massachusetts are looking good. I-91 on the northbound side, a little slow before I-84 in Hartford Connecticut doing an accident on I-91 on the northbound side. Just around the Wilbur Cross Parkway in around Route 5 in Hartford, Connecticut, so expect some delays. And I-84 in the eastbound side, an accident before Park Street in Hartford, Connecticut, so expect some delays. I-91 in the southbound side, so from Middletown around 691 in Meriden, due to an accident on I-91 in the southbound side around 691. Merritt Parkway, also around Route 8 in Bridgeport, doing an accident on Merritt Parkway before Route 8 in Bridgeport, so expect some delays. 95 in the southbound side, a little slow on both ends at the Sanford stretch. Down in New York City, 95 on both ends, it's slow from Brooks to the George Washington Bridge, i.e. FDR driving the southbound side, it is slow from Harlem all the way at the Midtown Tunnel. FDR driving both ends, it's slow from Lower Manhattan all the way down to southeastern Manhattan. West Side Parkway, it's slow from Midtown Manhattan all the way out to the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel. Brooklyn Bridge on the westbound side, it is slow from 278 to FDR Drive. Brooklyn Queens Expressway, it's slow from 478 all the way at the Long Expressway and past Route 25. 678 on both ends, it's slow from 27 around JFK Airport, stretching all the way at the Long Expressway. Long Expressway on the westbound side, it is slow from Brooklyn all the way at the Midtown Tunnel. Long Expressway on the eastbound side, it is slow from Brooklyn all the way at the Queens. Long Expressway on the westbound side, it is slow from Bronx Cross Island Parkway all the way at the Van Wyck Expressway. Belt River Parkway, a little around the JFK Airport. 670 on the northbound side of also around the JFK Airport. Lincoln and Holland tunnels are looking good. 95 on the northbound side, it is slow from New Jersey all the way out to the George Washington Bridge. New Jersey Turnpike on the northbound side, slow from Route 3 to Route 80. 278 on the eastbound side, slow from Staten Island all the way up to Brooklyn. 270 on the eastbound side, also with the Staten Island stretch. 95 on the north. 95 on the northbound side, also around New London around Route 32, so expect some delays. New York State Thruway, it's looking good from New York all the way at the Pennsylvania border. Pennsylvania Turnpike is looking good from Philadelphia to Pittsburgh. 95 on the northbound side, also around the Delaware stretch. 95 on both ends, also from 695 north of Baltimore all the way up in Aberdeen. I-80 is looking good from New York all the way up to Cleveland. I-89 on the southbound side, also after the Vermont border. I-87 on the southbound side, also after the Canadian border in Plattsburgh, New York, upstate New York. Whereas Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine highways are looking good. Okay, look at MBTA alerts at 5:11. Alerts on the T, right, Robert?
Yeah.
Yes. Ferries are looking good. On the subway, it is still on S5 Express and moderate delays due to traffic. And on the commuter rail, please board all Fairman and Worcester trains on the outbound platforms at West Native Wellesley Farms today. And Peter Chell News on 5:11 on the weather. And it turned out, after we got some snow, it turned out to be a decent day with some wind in the air and chilly temperatures. We are under a winter weather in effect from 3 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on Monday as National Weather Services touched the additional winter weather advisory, which should affect from 3 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on Monday. Location all of 7 New England except for immediate South Coast Continental Islands. Hazard types accumulating snow. Circulation of 3 to 6 inches. Best chance at higher amounts will be across the high terrain, and snow will be quickly overspread western Massachusetts and Nova Connecticut between 3 and 5 a.m. The snow should then move in the water underneath Massachusetts between 5 and 7 a.m. and the bulk of accumulated snow will occur from midday late after, but some snow may linger in the Monday evening, especially south of Mass Turnpike. Still will impact at least part of the Monday morning rush hour, particularly in Hartford and Springfield metropolitan areas, where it begins earlier. Temperatures really Monday morning will be in the middle of 20, so expect snow to accumulate on roadways, making for a slippery commute by later Monday morning after the strong April sun. Angle will probably allow for melted walls, roadways outside of localized heavy snow beds and across the higher terrain. However, by early evening, temperatures will fall back into the 20s, and there could be a rare April flash freeze along the Boston Providence quarter. This may impact the Monday evening rush hour. A winter weather advisory issue when stored assets forecast development that affect areas, but accumulations are expected to be like any stored assets would result in slippery conditions on treated roadways and sidewalks when temperatures are below freezing. Motorists need to be especially careful on bridges and overpasses where slippery spots can easily develop. And day 1 tonight. Wind advisory and winter weather advisory, and day 2 for 7. Monday for Saturday, winter weather advisory and ocean effect snow showers may persist. Monday night into Tuesday morning across the Cape of Atlantic to be at risk for at least minor coastal flooding and erosion during one or more. But high tides Thursday and Friday. And wind advisory affected until 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time this evening. High wind warning is canceled. The National Weather Service is in transition of wind advisory, which is affected until 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time this evening. The high wind warning has been canceled. All of 7 New England and northwest winds at 15 and 30 miles per gust between 45 and 50 miles by a few locations in Connecticut River Valley see gusts up to 55 miles an hour. Timing for the remaining day afternoon, but wind should diminish early this evening. That strong wind gusts may result in some downstream limit, which could be large perhaps a few additional isolated power outages. And wind advisory is issued when sustained winds are forecast to be 31 39 miles per gust will range between 46 and 57 miles per hour. Winds that strong cable down some small tree limbs and branches possible cause of isolated power outages. The traffic can be difficult, especially for high profile vehicles. And look at the latest power outage situation. National Grid has 4,360 customers in the dark. 1,194 of them in the Bristol area, and 1,153 of them are in Easton. Less than 5 here in Norton and Fall River and in Dayton, and 38 of them in Rehoboth. And 2,262 customers in the dark without any power in Plymouth County. 1,102 of them are in the Situate area, 606 of them are in the Norwell area, and 169 of them are in the Hanson area. And for Eversource, 1,081 customers in the dark. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this. For tonight, increased clouds will about 23 degrees. West about 9 to 14 miles coming, light variable after midnight. Winds gust size 29 miles an hour. For Monday, snow meeting after 7 a.m. 132 degrees. Light variable wind coming to north and 5 to 8 miles in the morning. Anticipation is 1% dew circulation and 3 to 5 inches possible. Monday night, snow meeting before 8 p.m. Lower and 21 degrees. North from about 6 miles, but anticipation is 8% dew circulation less than half an inch possible. So the Northern Lancers girls will cross game against Bristol Plymouth tomorrow could be in jeopardy due to the snow. Tuesday, most of the skies are about 34, about 17 degrees, north about 8 miles an hour. But then Wednesday, I see a warm up. Mostly the skies about 43 degrees. Wednesday night, chance of showers after 3 a.m. Areas of fog before 4 a.m. Then areas of fog after 5 a.m. Otherwise, most skies are about 38 degrees, chance base at 30%. Thursday, showers like me after 8 a.m. Areas of fog between 2 and 3 p.m. Otherwise, skies about 56 degrees, chance base at 6%. Thursday, showers likely areas of fog after 9 p.m. Otherwise, skies about 42 degrees and chance base at 30%. Friday, a chance of showers rated as a fog. Otherwise, mostly cloudy skies about 52, about 30 degrees, chance base at 35%. Saturday, parts of the podcast about 45, about 28 degrees. And for Sunday, sun skies about 48 degrees. Curly here and not near it is clear skies and windy, and the temperature is 37 degrees and the humidity of 31%. And looking at the radar, we're seeing a few additional snow showers stretching from southern Maine, from Rochester, New Hampshire, stretching all the way down to the coast, Cape Ann, all the way down to Cape Neons, and stretching to north Nantucket. Also seeing a couple of little snow flurries from north and west to Worcester, stretching up to Athol and up to Greenfield, and stretching them from Butler down to north of Benetton, and stretching from North Edmonds down to Pittsfield, and stretching around Great Barrington. So, winter is not done with us yet, for just 2 more days, and be patient, and spring will come. That's the Peter West. Hope you have a good evening and goodbye. I'll see you for a late night sign-up report right after sports roundup, right after the Boston Celtics Los Angeles Lakers game. Have a good evening. I'll see you.
We'll see you again.
See you again for a sign-up report right after the sports roundup.